ready to get your shit together? Isn't that what we are all truly trying to do? In this fun, life hack-full show, we will learn together how to navigate this roller coaster called life. We, as glorious messy humans, can sit in the proverbial third car, grumpy and bored, or in the front of the roller coaster having the time of our lives. What do you choose? In this show, you can expect meaningful content and practical takeaway tools to make life easier and exceptionally more joyful. There will be epic guests who already love their lives, allowing them to share their get your shit together tips and words of wisdom. Life is too long and too short to not love your life. Welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy. Hello and welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy, and I'm your host, Amy Joy. Happy Thursday and congratulations on your abundance. I want you to take a look right now at how abundant you truly, truly are. Take a deep breath. You can breathe. You're looking or hearing me right now. You have food in your belly, maybe. You have a roof over your head. Maybe you even have air conditioning going. That's amazing. You're so abundant. We're programmed to think that we lack, and we don't. We have so much. So congratulations on your abundance. I'm feeling very abundant today. I just arrived home from Mount Shasta, the most magical mountain I have ever experienced. Woo, words don't really work when you try to, so I'm not going to even try, but I just feel very abundant that I got to spend a beautiful week there with amazing souls, soul family actually, and and I feel one with the mountain as well, so beautiful. All right, well, we have a beautiful show today. We have the amazing Sara Morell with us. She is an author. She is a entrepreneur. She is a global community builder, and she just drove 1,300 miles, just arrived at her mom's place to be able to be here with us today. So excited to have her and to learn about how to manifest our life, the life of our dreams, and miracles and magic, because she's a pro at it. And we have the amazing Neil Cannon here. He is a new release. He just launched his book yesterday, The Vitality Code, and he is going to be teaching us about inflammation and how it can reverse all kinds of illness. So stay tuned to the end for mantra magic and the meditation moment at the end with the live activation. It's a life hack full show. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you on the replay as well, I love you. I appreciate you spending your very precious time with us today. All right. So right now it is time for Change Your State, Elevate. All right. This is the part of the show where we change our state from wherever we're at to something more glorious. And one of the things that you can do is to literally shake off the day. So at the risk of looking really funny, do it anyways. All right. So wipe it off. Just wipe off the day and then go make any noise you can. Get the kids and grandkids. Shake it off. Shake it even more. Get it all off and be present right here, right now to see what nuggets that we can learn together today. This is what the show is all about, is learning these little 2-millimeter differences that make a massive difference in our lives. Super excited to have Neil Cannon here for Get Your Shit Together. All right. So, to tell you a little bit about Neil, I first met Neil in Guatemala. We actually wrote our books together there at Lake Atitlan. He's a beautiful soul and has a heart for the planet. He's the best-selling author of The Vitality Secret, author of The Vitality Code, just released, on health and vitality. He's a health and vitality coach, podcast host, and speaker. Since 2015, Neil has been helping people become free from illness, pain, and medication by balancing their bodies across the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic pillars of vitality. His primary focus is to reverse chronic inflammation, which The Guardian recently discussed as 2023's hottest health topic. Neil helps to reverse engineer the cause of your symptoms. I love reverse engineering. And then optimize your body across each angle of health so symptoms naturally disappear and you might just ignite your life force energy. Woo, love it. All right, put your hands together and hearts in the chat for the amazing Neil Cannon. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Thank you, Amy. I'm very well, thank you. Very warm. Funny you mentioned about the air conditioning because we've had a challenge with that. Power cuts.
Right. And I'm very grateful for mine right now. So are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you find some?
It's there, but it's kind of not as strong as it could be right now. But it's okay. It's a first world problem. And I'm in Mexico, surrounded by palm trees and sun. I can't complain.
No, exactly.
Well, nothing a few ice baths can't handle.
Pardon?
No, nothing a few ice baths can't handle, which is what I've been doing.
Yes, you and your ice baths.
Yes.
He loves those things. And he's a really great breathwork leader. I got to see that almost every morning there in Guatemala. He was able to lead breathwork classes. So cool. But today we're going to talk about inflammation because it's a huge problem. So I leave it to you. What do we need to know about inflammation and what we can do about it?
Yeah, well, you said it in the intro then from my bio. It is the hottest health topic, apparently, according to The Guardian this year. And it's been my main topic for about 8 years since, well, just before writing my last book, The Vitality Secret. And this is a condition that underlies just about every chronic illness.
Yeah.
And it's a condition which can really only be solved naturally. And like everyone I know who works in the holistic health space, I come with my own story of healing. It's either helping someone else close to you heal or you've reached some kind of crisis yourself. For me, it was eczema for 30 years. Weirdly, thanks to my dad suffering a life-altering stroke, I then researched why he had the stroke, the inflammation that led to the stroke, and quickly I realized that it was the underlying cause of the eczema that I'd had my whole life, including and also his conditions he'd had since he was 12 years old, and then asthma, and then later on that was hypertension, and then ultimately it was a stroke. So I kind of focused all of my attention on chronic inflammation from then on, and that's been my work with my clients. So that's why it's such a huge topic. If you address this one thing, you can reverse so many labels of illnesses.
Perfect. We're all about that here. So what do we do? How do we reduce inflammation?
Well, the first thing is most people start with the physical pillar of vitality. I'll talk about the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic pillars of vitality. You'll have to excuse the quotes because I do this a lot, the air quotes.
Yes.
So with the physical, most people can relate to the physical because it's most tangible. If we change our diet, we stop eating toxins, that can help a lot. So we have diet, exercise, anti-inflammatory diet specifically, movement, and understanding which toxins might be affecting us. So inflammation, quick definition, in its simplest form or simplest term, is it's your immune system's reaction to what it perceives as an attack on it. This can be a physical attack or a mental or perceived attack in the case of chronic stress. Yeah. So with the physical, we have a lot of people are consuming food that really isn't food. So the first thing we can do is to start consuming food that is actually food. And the biggest challenge with this piece is unlearning what we have learned our whole lives about what is healthy and what isn't. So for example, in America, there's a lot of food that shouldn't be called food in the food supply chain. And we want to be getting as close as possible to nature as we possibly can be and avoiding anything that's processed, anything that's been man-altered, GMOs, fake food. We need to really be careful with that these days because they're starting to make lab grown meat. Not a good idea if you want to stick to the nature codes. And we really want to be mindful about what might be causing an effect, this inflammatory effect on the body. So one of the easiest things to do is to go organic with vegetation or vegetables, fruits, organic whenever possible with meat and fish and eggs if you can tolerate them. And there's a few things that can really help people out. That is to be very mindful about gluten in America. It's gone through a process called hybridization or mutagenesis, and it's Roundup ready. So it's got toxins all over it. And most people can benefit from not consuming gluten. Another one is dairy, and another one is sugar.
Yeah.
I've spoken for way too long. Do you want to jump in?
No, that was beautiful. And I agree entirely. I watched a documentary on gluten, and basically no one should be eating it ever because of how harmful it is. And what it does is it cuts the cheesecloth. This is what I remember. It cuts the cheesecloth of your bowels. And so your body, he used it like a video game. These free radicals, this stuff is from your bowels is getting into the space in your body, and your body is trying to kill them. And it's so amazing, the body, that by lunch, it's already like killed most of them. But then you go eat more gluten. And then the body's like, I got to get rid of them. I got to get rid of them. And then you go eat it again at dinner. And then you add how many years you've done this? No. Not good. Not good. So now when I think about gluten, I think about cuts in my cheesecloth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that make sense? Would you agree with all that?
It does make sense. And I just want to emphasize America is a bigger problem than it is in, say, Europe. So France, Italy, you might be okay, although it's not to say you're completely scot-free. But it's in America, it has been altered, and it has glyphosate, and it tears the gut lining. That same kind of analogy. When we tear the gut lining, things seep through, and it causes an inflammatory response, and can also lead to autoimmune. When we've torn the gut lining, and then most, if not all, autoimmune conditions stem from leaky gut. So if you follow any autoimmune protocols to reverse an autoimmune, everyone I've seen that is decent is talking about elimination of gluten at the very least, normally elimination of grains, dairy, replacement of these things. I prefer to say replacement rather than elimination because it makes it easier. Yeah. We can have super tasty food still. We just don't have these things. And people can reverse really irreversible conditions by focusing on gut health. And that's one place to start. So, of course, there's the mind connection. There's a mind-body connection. We know that about 90% of dis-ease is down to chronic stress. So if we are stressed all the time and we're living by the hormones of stress, then we actually weaken the gut lining. So in this case, it's demonstrative of if we could have the most perfect anti-inflammatory diet, but if we are stressed all the time and we are responding to life's events in this kind of overreactive way, and we're highly strung and you can virtually see the blood, rise to the top of our heads and veins popping out in the case of road rage, then it's going to weaken the gut lining, and then that's going to potentially cause illness, dis-ease, and the weakening of the gut lining, that semi-permeable membrane. So we want to be really mindful about our thoughts, our beliefs, how we respond to life's events, whatever life presents to us or for us. Yeah. And the emotional piece is huge. So we really talk about peeling back the layers of the onion. If we're stressed a lot and we're responding in a very reactive way, it's normally because we have unresolved trauma, these bundles of electromagnetic energy that get stored in the body. I know you know all about this, Amy. I just wanted to say it for our listeners.
No, but it's thank you.
One of my favorite sayings, one of my favorite quotes that I've used several times in my latest book is the organs weep the tears the eyes refuse to shed.
Oh my God.
So if we don't let this stuff out, it builds up. And over time, all of this trapped energy can literally cause dis-ease in the body, and it creates challenges outside of our body, like addictions. Most addiction is basically rooted in trauma, relationship challenges, depression, and challenges in our lives, money problems. Most of this is rooted in trauma.
Yeah.
So if we can release that trauma, and I have a specific process to do it, there's many ways to do this. I was going to say many ways to skin a cat, but I don't like using that phrase, except I just did.
It's a terrible saying, Neil.
Yeah.
But we're programmed, aren't we? Aren't we programmed to say these things?
It's crazy, isn't it? In England, in the property market, if you go and see a small room, you say, you don't have to say this, but one thing people say is you can't swing a cat in here. Why do cats get all this attacking? It's not kind.
No, I don't know, but I know you and I could talk forever. We're out of time, but I want to let everyone know where they can find you. So here you go, guys. Get a picture of that QR code. It'll take you straight to Amazon. What is it right now?
It's on Amazon at a promotional rate of 99 cents. What? And this is on a soft launch. So when it comes to the main promo, it's actually going to go up in about 2 weeks.
All right.
So the idea is to get some downloads and some legitimate reviews, nothing fake, and then I'll be promoting it to the masses with some PR campaigns and advertising, etc.
Well, I wish you the very best. It's already marked as #1 new release, so it's already doing really well. Keep going. Get your own copy today. Learn how you can reverse inflammation and live a vital life. I think that is a great word and speaks to what we're all really just craving, right? Totally. So thank you so much, Neil. I appreciate you. If ever I can support you again, let me know, and we'll see you soon, all right?
Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you too. It's been fun talking with you.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye. All right. Wow, so good. Such good information. So excited to introduce you to our guest of the week, which is Sara D. Morell. She is a public speaker, coach, author, builder of global communities, and venture of real estate. She is the co-creator of the Sanctuary Project, an 84 luxury home project. It's gorgeous. Her life is dedicated to sharing ancient secrets that have helped heal many lives. Her wisdom and her life experience has helped her and others to become master manifestors, cultivators of healing, and practitioner of play. She's really good at play. She is the founder of a global NPO that helps fund and run a school for children and educational experiences. Put your hands together and welcome the amazing Sara D. Morell.
Hi! Yay! We're live! We are alive!
We are alive and we are vital. We are vital, right? We just learned some amazing things on how to be more vital. Tell me about this road trip of yours.
Yeah, well, actually,
two littles.
Both of us traveling at the same time. I just spent 40 days, 40 nights in Europe. Wow. I went to 11 countries, touring all over, speaking and playing, all of it together. Unexpected RV journeys, like to the nine, amazing. And you too. We're both, and just sliding it right. So I flew in from Europe, basically like a 24-hour stop at home, loaded the kids in the car, and decided I'm going to drive 20 hours to here at Mom's. This is welcome to Mom's house.
How are you feeling?
I feel amazing because I know the secrets.
Right.
I know the secrets how to travel, and I'll give some to you guys later. But I don't experience any jet lag, like ever, never.
Is it about grounding?
There's everything, first of all, is the intention.
Yeah.
I would say the most important thing you could ever do in your life is intention setting. Like, if what's in your mind, you're going to create in your life.
Yep.
So with that conviction, I just never have it. And number 2 is I do cheat a little bit on some of my sleep hacks, but I can talk about that later.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you 1 minute with the audience to tell them whatever you want, and I'm going to duck out. So you go ahead.
Ooh, it's like a secret Sara. Hello, guys. I just want to say the first question I have for you in this moment is, what would you do if you could do anything? Thanks to my third mom, Vicki Hannah Lynn. She's a blind motivational speaker. She has taught me, this is the question she asked me, and it changed my entire life. I stopped and I took a moment to ask myself, what would you do if you could do anything? And it didn't matter if you were too poor or too uneducated or too fill in the dot. What would you do? Just take a moment to ponder that for your life, for this call. And then know that it's possible. That it's absolutely possible. We have planes flying in the air. Normally I have a bee necklace that just broke, but it's scientifically proven that bees shouldn't fly. And guess what, babe? When you believe, you can fly. And I hope that that comes across in this conversation today.
I
Yeah.
love that. I had a bumblebee land on me at, not kidding, Fairy Falls. It's called Fairy Falls.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was very fairy energy. It was so nice. It kind of felt like this background right here. And a bumblebee landed, and it does not make any sense how they can fly.
No, and what I love about this is this a segue to God dates.
God
I
days?
call this God dates. So if you guys, universe, God, angels, higher self, whatever you want to do it, I call it God dates. When we set the intention, so 2 years ago, I started this practice where I said, God, take me on a date, blow my mind, and show me how to fall in love with myself.
God date.
And I am telling y'all, when you set this intention, watch out, because you will be swooned in a way you have never been swooned before. When we are willing to witness the universe, God loves it. Loves it, and will take the show. And that's what you do when you're in the art of play and wonder. So I call it, it's childlike wonder and play. That's when bees land on your fingers at Fairy Falls. That's God swooning you like all the time, trying to capture your like awe and amazement. But we have to be willing to put those glasses on for life.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a beautiful practice to do. Yeah.
I love it.
I love the God dates.
You just got me going right back to that mountain, Mount Shasta. Oh,
yeah, that's my favorite place to connect, right? Is the nature. So I also have the other, which all my girls know, and all my stuff that I teach, it's the God walks. When you're going through nature, if you can just take that practice right then and there, it's a non-negotiable for me. Like, if you know my life before and to now and how I manifest what I'm manifesting, it doesn't even, the things that happen in my life like don't make sense. And I will tell you, one of the strongest keys that I have that's a non-negotiable is every day, pretty much, for about an hour a day, I have to go to nature and walk. Wow. And when I'm in nature, I listen to angel sounds, and I just imagine anything is possible for my life. Anything. But nature, as you know, is so many layers of medicine, both scientifically proven and on a spiritual level. You just feel it when you go. That's the greatest free medicine that we have on our planet.
Absolutely. Ooh, yes, connect. Hug a tree, people, hug a tree.
Hug a tree. I actually say sit in your stillness, silence, and solitude every day. Stillness, silence, solitude every day. And when you go out to the nature, if you can just take a moment, barefoot, hands, feet, like touch the tree, not just hug it, but then ask tree, you have anything to teach me? Or nature, we call it your hoocha energy. Take my hoocha energy and turn it into compost.
Wow. I have a tree right out here that I love, that I sit in front of. My time in India taught me how to connect with nature. They call it ashtashala. And I went and sat in front of my tree not that long ago, and I counted 23 different species hanging out on this tree. 23.
Wow.
Birds showed up, and I mean, they were, God was swooning me, and so was nature. They were like, oh, you want to witness me? I'm coming.
That it is all in the glory. It's all being willing to be watched. If you just want to watch it, like, it just starts to come out to play more and more. I would say a really fun practice to this, if you guys want to amp up, like, how much are you going to play in this reality? So everything is a reality of your internal belief systems. I truly, truly believe this. So I'm an what you would call, when you see me on the stages or the things that I teach, I'm an ex-drug addict stripper who was once classified disabled and told she would never work. And I was born, I'm going to segue into this. I was born on All Saints Day in St. Joseph, in a Saint Christian hospital, given two names that mean of God and devoted to God. And my parents growing up never really talked about God or believed in God. And you can't fake that. So I know with a lot of humans, we sometimes wonder what our place and purpose is. And there's a grounding staple in my being that's like, no matter what happens, oh my gosh, I know my birthright.
Yeah.
I am here to be a conduit for the divine, to help people to see for their lives what's possible for them. And I believe that God was with me that whole way through sexual trauma and abuse and all of these things that have happened, until one day God said, okay, Sarah, it's time now. And I was on methamphetamines. Like, this is a life that most people have to go to rehab or whatever. And I heard God one day. My friend died in front of me from a gunshot wound. And I was looking in the mirror and God said, it's time now, you're done. I went, okay. And I know it's not that simple for everyone, but there's diligent practices that I've put into place that I will hopefully get to some today, but you have my book, if not, for later. And that's what's led me to this point in my life where I truly, truly believe in what we'll talk about today on the show is something called co-creation. We are always creating our reality. You can manifest anything you desire. Now, I talk about this with my girls. Like, if you want a Maserati, but you're manifesting it from ego, well, I want to do it to look cool, you're going to get a Miserati. Right? Right? Yeah.
So perfect.
But if you do it from love, then you get the Maserati. And that's where co-creation comes in with us and the divine. Yeah. That's why my book's it's called the guidebook to creating, manifesting miracles into your life. And that's the difference of how you can, thank you for the Instagram. That's where you get the free book on how you can really truly, like I say, part the waters. It doesn't matter what you desire in your life. It doesn't matter what it is. It's there for your creation. I will say the number one thing that keeps people from the manifesting what they really want, the reason that doors are closing and things aren't happening is because you're not going big enough. You're not going big enough.
Yeah. We put a ceiling on it.
You put a ceiling on it. Well, you go to a safety point.
Pardon?
You go to a safety point.
Yeah.
Most people just manifest based off of what they believe is true for them.
It's like a thermometer. I've heard this analogy where we're used to a certain degree. We're 72 degree people. And so as soon as it gets to 74, the body's like, well, you're not used to this. This is too high. You need to go back to 72. And we get used to it, and it's programming. And this is why we have to reprogram, right?
That's the big leap. I think you've probably heard Gay Hendricks wrote a book called The Big Leap. It's the upper limit problem. So when we humans get to a threshold that's unfamiliar in success, pleasure, play, purpose, I love the P's, prosperity, then our childhood trauma patterns will come up. And we call this in the archetypes, the saboteur will come out to play.
Yes.
She'll just destroy things in a way, like illness. We get sick, right? Sometimes when that wants to come out. So that's that thermostat that wants to come out. And that's where we get to laugh. Like, oh, I see what you're doing, saboteur, or your degree system. And that's the moment where, like I say, fear means go. We head right towards that direction, which is funny that we're even catching this, the Get Your Shit Together whole show, which I just love, is the last time I was supposed to be on the show. I was blind.
You sure did. She got pink eye that made her blind.
Went blind in what felt like a near-death experience. And I'm going to share some of those here I think we have a half hour together, 20 more minutes together. We have
13 more minutes.
13 minutes. Okay, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to talk so fast. I have so much for you guys.
It goes so fast, I know.
It does. I hope you guys have pen and paper, because I've already given so many. These are things that I promise you, and all the girls that I've worked with, like, they could come on. My clients, what's happened and transformed for my girls is unbelievable. Owning multiple real estate ventures or businesses, jumping out of planes, owning their first house, finding dream partners, changing their marriages, losing 80 pounds. That's all the results from the things that I'm teaching some of here today. And then you get my book for it later. But I was supposed to go live on the Get Your Shit TV show, right? I love this story when I tell it. And coincidentally, I get pink eye, guys. What's pink eye from? Shit. I love how God works. Like, there's so much funny.
I never thought about that.
Oh, I thought about it. Is the odds of
You
it?
got some shit in your eye and you miss getting your shit together on Get Your Shit Together?
Mind, it's from my kids. Okay, I just want to put that part in. So my kids get me, guys. So here I am in a panic to get ready, and I throw colloidal silver in my eyes. Well, everybody else that's ever used colloidal silver has been fine with it, not me. It for days proceeded to slice my eyes in the inside and both my eyes. And guys, I've given birth to 2 babies, posterior, which means flip the wrong way naturally. And I would rather deliver more babies than go through what happened with my eyes on a physical level of pain. But I will tell you, I won't take any of that back ever, because I feel like I can finally see now for the first time in my life. And I'm in this unraveling. And I want to say to you guys watching, I went blind for exactly 2 weeks, which is the butterfly, right? Complete darkness to goo. And all I could hear was God untangle the stories that had been controlling my subconscious. And I thought I had my shit together before, but boy, I didn't even realize how far off. And that's how beautiful stillness, silence, and solitude is. What I heard so loudly was it's in our being, not in our doing. And I want to let that sink in. The number one thing we have here is our state of energy. If you want to co-create miracles in your life, if you want to be a master manifester, it's in your being. It's in your being. And with my whole heart, I wish I could put my hand on your heart right now and just let that sink in. It has nothing to do with how you look. It has nothing to do with where you're at right now. It has nothing to do with the awards or the certification. It has everything to do with your energy, your being. And while I was blind, the land that we co-own and invested in, this property, this building, the kingdom city here on earth, went from 11 million in value to 30 million in value. All I did was lay in darkness. And I heard God say, it's in your being, Sarah, not in your doing. The other thing I heard is that everything is perfect. We often live in the reality of duality. Wrong, right, good, bad. Now, I'm not saying that there's things that we shouldn't or shouldn't do. It's our perception on the judgment. So if we can go to the establishment of everything is perfect. Justin, my business partner, always says, if you just focus on happy, things will fall away. And that's really, it's sometimes hard to conceive because I've been through some shit. But if you can go to your happy place, and that's why I love the way you started this show. What do you have to be grateful for? God told me once, Sarah, appreciation is gratitude in motion. And if you want the hotline number to call God and get into the vortex energy of your manifestation, it's through gratitude. Do, 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 do. Hello.
Ship to joy. That's what I say. Gratitude is the rocket ship. It's the fastest way.
It is. And the opposite of that is, so your thoughts yesterday become your reality today. I hope you guys are going with me now. I hope you're writing this stuff down. Get that in. I want alarms in your phone when you're done with this show. You got to set the alarms because this reality wants you to forget what we're talking about. So your thoughts yesterday become your reality today. Fear is praying for the things that you don't want. 2 energies that keep you stuck from all of your manifestations are shame and guilt. Shame and guilt. And I'm going to say this again. Fear is praying for you what you don't want. So I'm going to give you the alchemize because now what do we do? Singing is praying twice.
Ooh, say that again.
Singing is praying twice. So you're in fear. All right, girls, guys, I want you to put your favorite song on, get your dancing shoes together, and start to move the body and sing. You're like, hallelujah. My kids love this one. Now, when you do it, when you dance or you sing, think and feel of the future that you desire. So I call this act as if now. And so for that time being, sing it out. And that's praying twice. So it's just some tips and tricks on how you can move from the one to the other.
Love that. I love that. In Shasta, we had a guest speaker named Susan. I can't remember her last name, but she said this, and it was so simple and so true. You think the thought, you love the thought, and you speak the thought, and boom.
It's created. Which brings me to your word is law.
Yes.
Your word is law. So in the blindness, God showed me how the arrows from my mouth came out of my body, like the words, like arrows, and back into my body. So anytime we say anything about anyone or anything from a place of low frequency, judgment, whatever words we have about it, it literally goes back out of our mouth and into our body and causes disease and disorder. Arthritis, pain, suffering, it's coming out and back in. And so if you want to clear your manifestation, if you really want to align with whatever you desire in your life, co-creation again, I say this is you and God. I'm a big God girl. I love my Yahweh. You have to clear from it the fear, shame, forgiveness.
Yep.
Self-forgiveness and forgiveness for others. I forgive myself for. What do you need to forgive yourself for? And say that over and over. I forgive myself for. I forgive myself for. Just allow that energy to go out. Forgive other people. Radical forgiveness. And then make sure that what you're saying with your mouth is co-creating that reality. Now you can, as you catch yourself, we just say cancel, clear. I didn't mean to say that. And then restate what you do desire into your life. And there's 4 things I want you to, I would invite everyone to practice. I have so much more. We'll have to do another TV show.
Yes, please.
In the blindness, I said it over and over and over and over. I want you guys to visualize yourself. So imagine that you close your eyes. How long do I have? 1 minute, 2?
You have until you see 43.
Oh, good. I have 5 minutes. Okay. 6 minutes. All right. So you close your eyes and you imagine that you can see you. And I want you to say 4 things to yourself. Maybe 5. We're going to do 5 actually. May you be happy. And just see yourself. Allow that to sink in. That's giving yourself permission in your subconscious. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be loved. May you live with peace. And may you live with ease. How many of us make life so overcomplicated? Yeah. We just make it so overcomplicated. When the people pleaser in you dies, the God in you will arise.
Amen.
When the people pleaser in you dies, the God in me will arise. We care too much about things that we're told to care about. We are after things that have nothing to do with our true core desires. Once you understand through stillness, silence, and solitude, you're going to start to set the intention of what you want in your life. I want to get a new house. I want a husband. I want this. I want that. I want more prosperity, which is what I love to teach. Then you set the intention and you're going to ask God, you're going to pray for this. Yeah. When the people pleaser in you dies, the God in you arise. Same thing, but arise.
Okay.
Arise. Yes. You'll notice, so you can say God, universe, higher self. I say, God, can you show me what's stopping me from my highest expression? But can you make it feel good? Because add that part in, because sometimes it could be rough. You'll start to see or hear almost immediately the habits or things that are in your life. So let's say it's with your mouth. Oh, I have a habit of saying things about other people. I have a habit of speaking negative first. So here's this part 2. It's so powerful. Watch out. I just said to God the other day, God, I want to be on my phone less with Instagram. Legit. I lost my phone so many times that day. I was like, okay, wait. We got to redo this. So the second part is you ask God or the universe to help you. Once you take note of, okay, I have this habit in my life that's eliminating me from the thing I desire. So now you set the intention, God, can you help me to alchemize that habit to the new habit of acting as if for the future you really desire? And that's when the new things start to come into your life so that you can align with the future she or he that you are desiring to go towards.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Can you say those 5 again? May you be
happy.
Happy.
May you be healthy. May you live with ease, which is my favorite. Mm-hmm. May you be at peace. And may you be loved. And repeat these over and over. And then I'm going to say to yourself, Garen Jones said this the other day. He said, what would happen if you were in a partnership and your partner didn't tell you they loved you for a week? You start to wonder, right? We go around not telling ourselves we don't love ourselves. The most important relationship you ever have, and all keys comes down to, right? Our energy is everything. It's the most important thing we'll do is get our energy right. It comes with self-love. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I say it all day long over and over. I love myself. That's a practice. I had to go through a lot to really fall in love with myself. Well, that often happens with forgiveness. Yeah. I forgive myself for it. And as Dr. Clint Rogers would say, I love to quote this, as we know, this is your forgive a marma point. So this is an ancient secret I'm teaching you guys. Thank you, Dr. Naram, Dr. Clint Rogers. Right between these two fingers, you have a point for forgiveness. And you're going to press wherever it feels the most tender. Usually near is something recent, back is something old. And you close your eyes and you squeeze it 6 times. Usually, could you forgive someone else? Yes, it's a practice forgiving other people. I often find I got to do a lot more self-forgiveness. I'm really good at forgiving others, not so good at forgiving myself on things.
Is it the Herku point?
Well, it changes. You're shifting based where you feel it tender. Like something recent happened. Okay, I forgive myself for. And then back is usually childhood. And you do it 6 times in a set of 6. And this helps move the energy from your body. So I'm going to end it. I have 1 minute. You guys heard the story of Sara in the beginning days. I will tell you right now that I'm a master manifester at creating miracles in your life, co-creating with God. And I'm on multiple real estate ventures. I've done 23 countries in this year. Like, it's unbelievable. And I'm a mom. I'm a single mom, guys, right? And I'm still doing all these things. We are now building the first ever kingdom city, which I really believe is heaven here on earth. It's in Austin, Texas. I think I can show, maybe not, I'll send a link later, but it's Love Your Sanctuary on Instagram. Fully eco, self-sovereign, all to the nines. If you want to think about the way that we were meant to live in our roots, this is what's happening in Austin, and we're building the cities globally all around the world. So please find me on Instagram. Wait, I come back later. At the end.
You do, yeah. And I'm going to put it here in a banner real fast. 1 second. Here we go.
Yeah, I have it up on my computer, but I don't have time. So I'll have to show you guys the city later. It's a mini city.
There it is.
Yeah.
Is it .com though, instead of .co?
.co. It doesn't show you very much there. I have a deck that I had up, but on Instagram, I can send anybody the deck. It's a pretty magical mini city that we're building. We're talking about underground road systems, biohacking gym, amphitheater, pickleball court, like eco, totally to the nines, our own self-governance system. It's pretty amazing.
It's unbelievable. I've been sent these things before, and I kind of glance at them. I looked at every slide, in detail. I was like, whoa, the amount of intention and thought that's gone into this is quite amazing. We're out of time for right now, my love. Go to Instagram, go to Sara D. Morell, and DM her book, and she'll send you the
Magnetizing Miracles guidebook. It's interactive. It's so fun. Yeah.
Perfect. Get your book, and we'll see Sara here at the end. Thank you, Sara. I love you so much.
I'll be here.
See you soon. Bye-bye. I love her so much. All right. Well, it is now time for Mantra Magic. This is the part of the show where we sing a little mantra, or we say a mantra, something that can, just like Sara was explaining, reprogram the mind. And it puts you into that beautiful state and believing that beautiful things can happen, because they can and are all around us all the time if we just want to notice. So here is the mantra of the week.
Hello everyone, I hope that you're having a beautiful day. Welcome to Mantra Magic. My name is Maria Ishtali, and today I want to share with you a mantra that I repeat in my head in days like today, where things are moving, things are changing, life is flowing, and I just feel so blessed. So I tell myself, and this is a mantra that I want to share today, is I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so blessed. Say it, feel it in your heart, feel it in your body. Remember to be thankful and give gratitude to God and life. Mwah! Love you.
Love her, Maria Ishtali. You can find Mantra Magic every Friday on Amy Joy Coaching. Get your mantra for the week. I often wake up to these beautiful songs and tunes, and it changes your life. Changes your life. All right, it is now time for meditation moment. All right, this is where we take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to get present. So I would love if you would grab whoever's around you, the kids, the grandkids, your husband, your wife, your partner, your friends, whoever is there, and just jump on the couch right now. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to be present. 5 minutes to not be in the past or in the future, to be right here, right now in this perfect moment. And we're going to listen to some gorgeous music by the amazing multi-Emmy winner, Gary Malkin. I got to spend the week with him this last week. You can find his work on Gaia TV. All right, I want you to take a deep breath in. Just sit as comfortably as you can. Your hands on your lap. Take a deep breath in, hold at the top, and exhale. Breathe in again. Hold at the top and exhale. Now I want you to notice, observe your breath entering your nose and exiting. Just notice. I want you to notice, how are you feeling right now? Don't make it right or wrong, good or bad. Just notice. Are you feeling crappy? Are you feeling happy? Take a second just to notice, what thoughts are you having? Are they thoughts of the past? Are they thoughts of the future? Or are they thoughts of right here, right now? Again, don't make it right or wrong, good or bad. Just notice. Awareness is the key. I want you to notice a candle burning, flickering right in front of your eyes. Notice the reds, the golds, the yellows, the whites, the reds. And move that candle slowly, slide it right into the middle of your head. And watch it flicker there. And since we learned that gratitude is the rocket ship to joy, put your hands on your heart and think about one thing that you are so grateful for. So grateful it brings a smile to your lips. And from this beautiful expanded place, I'm going to send an activation, energetic activation. Just set the intention to receive it or not, whatever you want. Deep breath in. And then exhale. So it is. Well done. Well done. Well done. I'm going to bring the beautiful Sara D. Morell back on. How was that for you? And
I love doing wishful meditations. So everybody wants the stillness, but I also like doing the meditations where you just lay and just imagine the things that you desire in your life.
yeah. So amazing. It's amazing what 5 minutes will do. Like, just 5 minutes.
Yeah. Meditation, God walks, those are my daily practices. And it makes, I mean, it's the difference between having life direct you and you direct life.
Yep. I agree. God walks. I'm gonna do more of that. I'm gonna do more of that intentionally. As I do meditation every day, no matter what. I have that practice now, but I need to add God walks to the list. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely a big medicine in there. And the type of meditation, I think my screen is really dirty, so excuse me, guys. I should have done that sooner. The meditation, because our subconscious is like the trim tab on a boat, right? Tiny piece on a huge ship, but when that is off just ever so slightly, what happens to the ship? It ends up at a different destination.
Huge difference.
Subconscious is creating our reality. And so through meditation and intentional practices where we just listen to hear what might be coming up or reset thermostat, as you were saying, then we direct our boat into a whole nother place.
Aho. So if you had something to share with the world and you are on the top of Mount Shasta and you had the whole world's attention, you could just have one thing to say, what would you share with the world?
I already hinted to it. I said it a little bit before, but I really wanted to land. You are a child of God. Who are you not to do the things that you desire in your life? Go bigger. I could tell old Sara anything, I would go back and say, you're not going big enough. Go bigger.
Go bigger. There's no ceiling.
No ceiling. Let God.
You can't put God in a box. That's ridiculous.
You can't put God in a box. And what I love is God can dream a bigger dream for us than we can dream for ourselves.
Yeah.
And so if you just set the intention and let go of the how, you just watch this in life magically unfold. Yeah. Go bigger.
We talk about manifestation quite a bit here because it's one of my favorite things, and it's so easy. What we don't realize is we're master manifestors already. All the time, because we create at the frequency at which we vibrate. So be careful, right? Whatever frequency you're at, if it's a frequency of pain and shame, and then you're getting more of that. You're getting more and more of that. And if it's joy and peace and love and gratitude, then you're getting more of that. It's just a fact.
I think really watching those that you're around and what your circle is. Again, I quote, it's like, I have the best team. Des, I love you. Chad, I love you. Lance, I love you. Justin, I'll say to them, I could say to Justin, oh, this happened. He's like, why did you manifest that? All the time. And I'm like, get out, But really, we're co-creating everything. Like, oh, that's interesting. I just did that. Oh, that's interesting.
That's my word too. I'm like, interesting. Laughing. I'm going to add the laugh because you were talking about that earlier. Laugh at it, right?
Yeah.
Because of course we have programming. Of course we have things that don't make any sense to our actual joy.
Yes.
But we're experiencing Earth School. This is it.
I have 3 things to say to that.
Wait. We're out of time, my love.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry. But
No,
thank
it's
you.
good. No,
Thank you for
I
being
love you so much.
Remember that together we
Mm.
vibrate higher, and that, my friends, changes the world. We'll see you next week. Besos. Mwah.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Get Your Shit Together live with Amy Joy. If you'd like to follow us, you can on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Amy Joy Coaching. Appreciate so much your likes, comments, and shares. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please reach out. We'll see you next time.